guys, happy Friday. So wanted to come to you today and talk about one thing that you need to quit right now. Today in your business, you need to quit networking without a purpose. Why do I say this? I've done this. I'm guilty of this. I talk to people that do this. But so many times as solopreneurs, we go out and we network to meet people and to expand our business. Pardon me. And we're going to these events and we're spending not only our time investment at these events, and sometimes depending on how far you're traveling and how long the event is, this can be anywhere from a couple hours to sometimes a half a day of your time. But you're typically spending money for these events as well. Now, I say this and I like to preface this with the fact that you may not be actually spending money to attend the event, even though a lot of events anymore, there's an entrance fee or something along those lines that you have to pay, but you're also spending money in your gas costs to get there. You're spending money, most of the times these events are over lunch or dinner, and you're spending money for a meal that you typically wouldn't be spending. And so in one way or another, you are spending money to go do these networking events as well, but you're also spending a whole heck of a lot of valuable time. And I see this happening, and I see people doing this, and then they're like, well, I didn't get anything out of that networking event, and I didn't get anything out of that, and I didn't get anything out of that. And I had someone tell me about 8 months ago that networking has to be intentional, and it completely changed the way that I look at networking from that point forward. So every single time that I go to a networking event now, I set out with an intention before even signing up to go of what my intention for that meeting is. And trust me, there's some that my intention is literally just to go connect with the people I love in that group. It's more like a social hour for me, but I need to go in knowing that, and knowing that that time and that money investment is a personal investment and not a business investment for me. But if you're going with the purpose of it being a business networking event, you need to have some intention. You need to research who's gonna be there, who can you connect with, who is going to move your business and take the needle of your business and move it forward with you, for you, help you out on that. But how is this going to move your business forward? You need to be intentional around that. If there's not anybody specific there you need or that you're looking to meet that's going to be at that, then you want to take a look at the speaker. A lot of networking events anymore have a speaker or a training of some sort. Is it something you need? Is it something that's going to help move your business forward as well? But you have to be intentional around these things. So every single time that I look at going to a network event anymore, I take a look always at the registration list if it's available. And if not, sometimes I will call or email and ask if I can see the registration list before signing up. Because a lot of times I find that some events have the same circle of people. And if I know I'm going to see that circle of people at an event I'm already registered for next week, then what I take a look at is what they're training on, what is the topic, what is the subject of that event, and is that something that I need that's going to be a needle mover for my business? If neither one of those things are true, then I really have to look at it and say, okay, is this event just something I want to go to because it's a socializing event? And if that's the case, understand that that is okay, but you have to go in knowing that. And when you set the intention for these networking events, it does a couple of things for you. One, it allows you to go in with focus, to know what your purpose there is for. So if you go to an event and you're not prepared at all and you see somebody across the room and you're like, I've been trying to get an introduction to that person for the last year. If you know they're gonna be there ahead of time, now you can do some investigating to see, okay, who do I know that knows that person, and how can I ask for an introduction strategically to that person while we're at this networking event together so that I can try and set up a meeting. Or if there's a couple people there that you've been trying to talk to about becoming clients, or that you're trying to talk to about working with, make sure that you know that they're going to be there and that you let them know ahead of time, hey, I'm going to be going to the same event. I'd love to catch a few minutes ahead of time or a few minutes after with you, and do something along those lines. You also need to go in knowing your time limits. I used to be one of those networkers that I would go to an event and I would have no boundary of time, and I'd go super early and I'd stay super late, and before you know it, half the day's been gone at that event. And now I'm very strategic with my time, and so when I go to a networking event, I'm very clear on, okay, what is my intention with this event? How long do I have to spend here? And that way I'm also giving myself a limit on how much time I have to make sure that I'm accomplishing my goal and my intention for that event. So you want to make sure that you know what that intention is and whether or not you're going and for what time limit you're going. The other thing you really want to take a look at is if you're spending money on networking and it's a business networking, you really need to be tracking your return on investment from that. And so what I mean by that is you really need to be looking at what connections are you making, what power partners are you making? Is there people there that are actually moving your business forward by being a power partner for your business? Are there people you're getting referrals from? Are there people in the group that are using you for your business? The one thing that I used to do is I'd be like, I'm gonna go network just to get my name out there. And a lot of times in the beginning, that's what we have to do. I did it, I think we all do it. But when you go there and you say, I'm going with 2 intentions today, I want to get my name out there and I want people to start knowing who I am, but so-and-so is registered for this meeting and that person is a great power partner for me, or that person is somebody I've been wanting to get a meeting with for the last 6 months. And when you go to the meeting with those 2 things, knowing those are your intentions, you can prepare for the meeting better. It's going to allow you to offer a better 30 or 60-second commercial, whatever that status is, however that length of time is, because you can go with intention and know who you're speaking to, know what you're speaking about. By knowing that registrant list, you really know your audience before you ever get there, and so you can give a message that's going to drive home what you want to drive home and help move you towards your eventual outcome of that networking event. So, wanted to talk to you about that today. I've had that conversation with several people over the last week. So right now, I want you to quit networking without a purpose. If there is no purpose and it's a social, if there's no business purpose and it's just a social network, then great. Love on them, get in there, have fun, enjoy, and socialize. But if you are doing business networking, you need to have some intention and some purpose behind it. And if you don't, I want you to step back. I actually, 1.5 years ago, stepped back from everything I was doing almost, except for just a couple groups. And I decided I was going to be very intentional with my desired outcomes from those groups and what I was doing. And so I do have a couple groups, and as I'm going through, I now have these outcomes, and if it's not fitting, then I know that it's not the group I need to continue to remain in. If it's fitting and I've achieved the initial outcome that I was going for there, then I set a new outcome and I continue to go. But I'm always tracking my return on investment if I am spending business money for a networking event. Because if you're spending money, you have to have a return. Otherwise, you're just throwing your money down the drain. So hope that helps someone out there that has been struggling with networking. If you have any questions on it, let me know. If you're looking for some great groups, drop a message in the comments, private message me, whatever. I am part of some really amazing groups that I would love to share with you if you're looking for anything. So everybody have a fabulous Friday. Enjoy the weekend. I know we're supposed to get some snow here in Denver, so stay warm and stay bundled up. And if you are out on the roads, stay safe. Bye, guys.